Hey everyone, I'm Dan and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I've been busy. We're all busy, aren't we? Yeah, I've been busy collecting scrap, collecting cans and bottles, which here in Queensland in Australia we get 10 cents each for them, so it's kind of easy money, those sort of things. Also a normal day job, you know, you get caught up doing that stuff and it kind of leaves you little time for anything else, especially when the kids want to play with you and hang off you, and this is crap you got to do. But anyway, I'm back again and I'm ready to do another video. Basically this video is just a bit of small talk, a bit of chit chat. Basically what I'm doing this afternoon is I'm cutting up the lengths of Rio bar that I've got lying around. It's all Rio bar that I've collected from job sites. Now the thing is, all this Rio bar is quite long, so in order to get a better price for it, you've got to cut it up into lengths that are a metre or under. Right now, when it's a metre or under, it's regarded as in size heavy gauge steel. Okay, and in size heavy gauge steel at this current time is $185 a ton. It's not really a lot of money, kind of peanuts really, but if you don't have it and if you can find it for nothing, well then free money is good money, isn't it? That's my old saying, one of them anyway. I've got lots of sayings, that's just one. So basically, you might be thinking, oh crikey, a ton of Rio bar at $185, how much do I need to get? Well, Rio bar itself is actually, well, it's heavy, isn't it? If you don't know where to find heavy gauge steel, e.g. Rio bar, basically the best place to find them is drive around your local estates that are being developed, and you'll find it all around, just around the house slabs that have just been put together. Now, I've spoke to a lot of concreters because that's my job, and they tell me that as long as you see the house slab all formed up, ready to go, or if the house slab has been poured, well then any leftover steel is basically yours for the taking. It's a free-for-all, really. If you don't take it, someone else is going to take it. And if someone else doesn't take it, then it's just going to sit there and rust all the way until the house is built and finished, and until they do the final cleanup. Generally, I find that in regards to these site cleanups, there's always somebody who wants to try to collect all the steel. I was caught out once and they tried to swindle me out of all the steel I collected. I had asked the concreters prior to me collecting it, was it okay? And all the concreters said, yep, once the house slab's finished, all the concrete's yours. Sorry, all concrete, goodness me. All the leftover steel is yours to take. So you might find on these house slabs that have been put together, finished, you might find big bulker bags, and in these big bulker bags you might find Rio bar elbows, or you might find 6 metre lengths of 12mm Rio bar. Some of it, sometimes it's 16mm to the thicker stuff. Really depends on the ground that they're building on. But yeah, you can find lots of it. It's really easy to get. So all you've got to do is just drive around your local areas where you know that there are new estates being built, and yeah, you'll find your stuff everywhere. You just have to look for it. It's not that hard. It's pretty easy to find, but yeah, you'll find it. Now originally I had gathered all this Rio bar to cut up into smaller lengths, and I was going to use it to sell to the local sleeper mobs, because those that make concrete sleepers, they use Rio bar. I think it's 12mm Rio bar inside the sleepers as a reinforcement. Now originally I was going to sell it to those fellas at like $1 a length. when I say $1 a length, $1 a cut length to whatever specific length that they needed. I think the minimum length for the particular mob I spoke to was 1580 mil or something. Now I would have charged them $1 for that, and they had lengths that they needed all the way up to I think what, 2400, which I would have charged, I don't know, maybe nearly $2 a length, or $1.50 or $1.60, whatever, I don't know. But in the end, I just never got round to buying the extra tools I needed to cut this rebar to the lengths to make my job easy. So now it's kind of all gone a bit over too rusty, and for some reason this particular mob don't like rusty bars in their concrete. Apparently they claim it discolours their concrete, which I don't think that's true, to be honest. I think they're just talking a whole load of hogwash. I mean, look at your house slabs, and they've built some of the rebar in those things is all rusty as, but you know, they still get built over. And you don't see the concrete go all discoloured. So I'm just going to cut this piece up, or else I'm just going to keep yapping away and get nothing done. Just bear with me. Here is a 16mm bar, pretty heavy. I found this on a job site, a whole heap of them. In order for me to cut them away, I had to cut them up into 2 metre lengths, just so they fit in my trailer. Wasn't ideal, but you know, kind of had to be done. But yeah. As I've said in a past video, there's a fella I watch called E-Ways to Ben. He's another Aussie fella, he lives in South Australia, and he went on to say that your steel is regarded as your bread and butter. It's kind of your money maker, basically. It's what keeps you, it kind of keeps what your cash flow happening when it comes to scrap, because your big ticket items like your air cons, etc., it's not like you come about them every day, whereas your steel, I mean, steel's everywhere. I mean, if you walk around the job sites where houses are being built or the new estates being developed, you'll just find Rio bar and Rio mesh turfed. No one wants it. I mean, it's all regarded as heavy steel. So yeah, if you want to make a few extra bucks on the side, and if you're not making a living off it, and you're just, you know, a bit of pocket money, you know, accumulating the stuff is not urgent, well then yeah, when you've got a bit of spare time, go for a walk around the job sites. And as I said, you see a freshly poured house slab and you see leftover steel on that job site, grab it. I mean, if you don't, the cleanup site guys will grab it, and then they'll go and sell it, and they'll make their money off it. And if they try to swindle you out of saying, oh no, you can't do that because this belongs to this company, blah blah blah, don't believe their crap, because it's not true. All that leftover steel is what was paid for by the customer to build their house. Okay, it doesn't belong to the company building the house. It belongs to the customer who's getting their house built, because they've already paid for it. And well, quite frankly, do you really think that customer's going to want all that leftover steel laying around his yard, or they're building his house, or even when the house is finished? No, he's not. So quite frankly, you're doing them a favour by getting rid of it all. The concrete is a favour. The cleanup guys, well, not really a favour, because they're trying to make a bit of money themselves from it. But hey, the way I look at it is first in, first best dressed. Okay, so yeah, get out there, have a look. It's easy to find. I got shitloads of it under the house, which I've got all cut up. The missus is onto me saying, oh, you got to get rid of it. I mean, yeah, she's right, got to get rid of it. So now that I've got a little bit of time this afternoon, I'm just starting to cut some of it up. I'll throw it in the drum, and then one afternoon when I've got a bit of time, I can head down to the Sims Metal, and I'll on-sell it. And another thing too is, when you're selling your recyclable stuff, shop around, okay? Shop around for the best prices. I find that most of your general smaller scrap yards, they all on-sell to a bigger company. You probably already noticed, I don't know if you know it or not, but it's just crap that I picked up along the way. I find that here in Brisbane, where I live in Australia, that Sims Metal's your go-to place for the all the scrap yards. Well, there's actually two places. There's a yard in Crestmead, and then there's a yard at Nudgee Sims Metal. Now, when I was ringing up, I was shopping around for prices. Now, Crestmead, when I rang them up, they were paying $40 a tonne for steel, whether it be heavy or light. Which I thought that's just outrageous. I rang up Sims Metal, they were paying $185 a tonne for your heavy steel that's in size, and I think it was $95 for your light steel. Although they have some $20 fee, so basically it's $75 a tonne for your light steel. So as I said, shop around. It's the only way to get the best value out of your scrap. Some places might pay more for something else, and some places will pay less. So as I said, shop around and you'll get a better deal. The smaller yards, I mean, I do have a scrap yard just around the corner from my house, not even a kilometre away. I used to go there all the time, but I just kind of got, I just thought I could get a better deal. And yeah, I soon learned that yes, the smaller yards, they all go to the one big yard, which is mostly Sims Metal. You'll probably, I mean, Sims Metal, I don't know how far spread across the globe they are. I mean, I know they've got, they're on the share market, but yeah, shop around. Anyway, I'm going to just cut another piece up here. Wonderful. Now, in one of my videos, I said I've been scrapping for quite a long time, and that is true. Yes, I have been scrapping for a long time. It was just as a hobby, which it still is. But one thing I found is the more that, like back then when I was scrapping, it was just your basics, you know, your electric wire and your copper. I never really dug any deeper than just copper and electric wire. That was just what I resorted to, and aluminium as well. But time has passed by, and as I've said before, I'm always on job sites every day, and just due to the large amount of waste that I see here thrown away all the time, I thought I've got to get back into it. Howdy. Okay. And so yeah, I got back into it, and I soon realised that there was so much more to scrapping than just the basics I was doing. I mean, it's like, there was this crap that I never even thought about recycling. I mean, oh, it still does me head in, you know, just thinking about just the little fidgety bits that you know, where there could be silver in there, where there could be gold, and you know, I've just never bothered to look that deeply into it. But if you put in the time and you watch other people's videos, you'll soon learn all this other crap. And it's actually rather exciting and rather interesting. I don't know what else to say at the moment. Just got to keep cutting, I think. But anyway, I don't know if I put my chit chat to put this to sleep with me chit chat or not. But you may have noticed another thing is that the children aren't with me. They're upstairs. One's playing video games, and I think the other one's having a nap. He's a bit cranky. So yeah, he's having a little bit of rest. But anyway, I hope I didn't put you to sleep, and maybe you might have found a little bit of what I said interesting, or maybe not, I don't know, but feel free to either give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, leave a comment, maybe add a subscription. That'd be wonderful. But anyway, have a lovely afternoon, morning, night, whatever, and I'll catch you again with another video, hopefully something a little bit more exciting. I do have a few bin finds which I've got to share with you. One's a pool pump, which I found the other day, and one's some jumper lead thing. I don't know what it is, to be honest. My dad was throwing it out. He said it got affected by water. He said it might work, but he's thrown it away, so I might just scrap it another time. But anyway, once again, catch us all later. Ciao for now.